So something pretty dramatic is happening inside OpenAI, the company that brought us ChatGPT. They've just declared a code red. And no, we're not talking about a planned update or new feature rollout. This is a full-blown internal emergency.
And when we say emergency, we mean it. This is the absolute highest alert level they have. It's a huge signal that ChatGPT, the AI that pretty much changed the world overnight, might actually be losing its crown. So today, we're going to dig into what's really going on behind the curtain at OpenAI.
Okay, so what exactly is a code red inside OpenAI? Well, think of it like the company's version of DEFCON 1. It is an all-hands-on-deck crisis. All the normal work just grinds to a halt. Every single engineer available gets pulled onto one critical mission: fix ChatGPT, and fix it like yesterday. Right, so what could possibly trigger such a massive, dramatic response? Well, it turns out OpenAI is basically fighting a war on two fronts right now. They're facing huge threats from the outside, but also from within their own product. So that big external threat, it's got a name: Google's Gemini. I mean, for the very first time, ChatGPT's top dog status is genuinely at risk. Reports are showing Gemini is actually outperforming it on some key benchmarks. But honestly, the bigger problem is integration. Google is weaving Gemini into everything: Search, Chrome, Android. They're creating this massive competitive wave that OpenAI just can't ignore.
And all that pressure from Gemini, it really brought some simmering problems inside ChatGPT itself to a boil. Users and even OpenAI's own teams were starting to notice a real drop in quality. The answers were getting slower, and the performance was just inconsistent. One minute it's brilliant, the next it's super vague. So this code red wasn't just about beating Google, it was about the very survival of their flagship product.
So, you've got this two-front war brewing. How did OpenAI react? Well, they didn't wait around. The action was immediate and incredibly decisive.
Their response really came down to four key things. First, they paused all non-essential projects. Then, they reassigned engineers from all over the company. They started holding daily executive calls to track every little bit of progress. And finally, they launched immediate emergency fixes to the core product.
And believe me, when they said non-core, they really meant it. We're talking about some high-value projects that got put on ice instantly. This included their plans for ads inside ChatGPT, developing specialized AI agents for things like health and shopping, and even a secret personal assistant project they were calling Pulse. Everything just stopped.
But hang on, why would you pause a massive potential moneymaker like advertising? Well, the order apparently came straight from the top, from CEO Sam Altman. He reportedly told the team in no uncertain terms: no distractions.
The message here was crystal clear. The thinking was, if ChatGPT loses its spot as the #1 AI model, then who cares about future ad revenue, right? It becomes totally irrelevant. The long-term health of the product had to come first, period.
Okay, so what does this whole emergency tell us about the wider world of AI? Because trust me, this event has some huge implications for the entire industry.
I think it reveals a really critical truth. In this race for AI supremacy, absolutely no one is safe. Not even OpenAI, the company that kicked this whole revolution off in the first place. The fact that they're vulnerable, that signals a brand new, way more intense phase of competition.
And yeah, OpenAI is definitely not alone at the top anymore. You've got Google pushing Gemini hard. You've got Anthropic and their models improving at a crazy pace. And don't forget the open source community, which is catching up incredibly fast. The days of having one single, unchallenged leader, those are officially over.
But you know what? There's a silver lining here for all of us. This fierce rivalry, it's basically like pouring rocket fuel on innovation. It's forcing every single company to make their models better, to focus on what we, the users, want, and to ship updates way faster. And the end result of all that? Better, smarter, and way more capable AI for everyone. So when you look at the whole picture, OpenAI's Code Red isn't just a story about a company in crisis. It's a real turning point for the future of artificial intelligence. OpenAI is now laser-focused on making ChatGPT better than it's ever been, and we're all about to see what that intense effort looks like.
All of this really leaves us with one big question as we watch this unfold. After a year of just mind-blowing progress, is it possible that we are only now seeing the real AI war begin? I guess the next few months will give us our answer.